Football is back, ladies and gentlemen, which now means it's time to get your team's football shirt. But I'm not trying to pay £120 for a football shirt. I'm just saying. But I have found the solution for myself and for you, the lovely audience of the Don Hussam channel, with your own coupon promo code. And this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. All you've got to do is just go to okjersey.com. As you guys can see, all the options are there. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys already know. And then this is the shirt. Look how amazing it looks. I'm just gonna go pick my size, and then after that I'm gonna choose the Premier League patch. And listen, I'm too old to be putting any player names on the back, so I'm just gonna get it as it is. I'm gonna click add to cart, view cart, and this is the same thing that you guys do on any website. You proceed to checkout, you fill in all your information, and then after that, coupon code Hussam. When you click this coupon code, you get a 8% discount. Enjoy shopping, guys. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. I've decided to switch it up today because I feel like we need to have Liverpool conversations more than everything else. Like our football club must be spoken about because there's so much going on. Big up to all of you guys. Just quickly for the people, I know a lot of you guys have looked at our sponsor OK Jersey. There's now jackets over there. And there's hoodies and there's windbreakers. I'm wearing one of them. You get me exclusive before anyone else. Hey, you get me. So go over there, go get yourself some jacket, go get yourself some hoodies, stuff for the winter. There's a lot of different stuff. So after the stream, go check it out. And don't forget to use code Hussam for 8% off. So yeah, big up to all of you guys. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Every single link is in the description. The Jerry James Show, the Ram Stand, K-Mac channel, and Jamie Phillips is on Liverpool Chats TV. I almost said Jamie Phillips Football Chats, and I edited it last second. Liverpool Chats TV, you get me? So big up to all of you guys. And yeah, hope you guys are all good. Big up everyone in the chat. How's everyone doing, first of all? You guys good?
Yeah, man. All good.
Great. Apart from watching Liverpool, but great, yeah. I'll tell you something funny. My mate from Liverpool messaged me and said, I've got 2 tickets for you for Wolves and Leeds. Do you want to go? And I said no.
That doesn't shock me one bit.
I said no because we might lose both.
If we do, it will be mad. Anyway, I want to start off by speaking about that Spurs performance. I think it's very important to address the performance in that game / the win, because it's important to ask the question: are Liverpool wins sustainable? And can we do this going forward? I'm going to start with you, Ram. How did you see the performance against Spurs now that the post-game emotions are gone? You can just chill out.
It was a shit performance. I can't put it out any other way. Moving forward is moving the ball forward was non-existent. A lot of sideways passing. It seemed as though we didn't understand their weaknesses. We were just trying to vibes it, play it around them, pass it around them. No real penetration. It just the whole watch was a tough one. I think the fact that it was the case of who can make the more mistakes and who could play the worst. And turns out Tottenham play a lot worse than we do. And we just got some quality players in the team. Like, I feel like from now until the end of the season, and I'm so worried it's going to be like this, is we're going to rely on individual brilliance from our main men. Like Ekitike, like Wirtz. Probably the only positive now is that Wirtz has got a GA. Because now the rivals can stop, but knowing them, they'll still find a way. Defensively, we looked okay until our asses dropped at the corner flag. Like that corner kick, Richarlison scoring, ridiculous. Overall, it was just a really bad game on Liverpool alone. It's a really bad game. Attacking wise, not that great. Defensively, we're okay. But still things need to improve. And the manager, right? I was speaking to JJ before the game and I was like, oh, please don't tell me we're playing our wingers as wingers. I'm hoping it's more of a Christmas tree formation. Nope. It was reverting back to type, in my opinion. And look, if you're going to play midfielders as wingers, they're not going to play as wingers. We had a system that was working. We had a structure that was working with the 4-3-1-2. I've been crying about it for the last 2 to 3 months. And we're still looking to revert back to type. It's just, I'm trying to find ways for the club to improve and see how ways that the club can improve. But again, the manager wants to revert back to type. It just doesn't get any better from here, man, in my opinion.
I have a feeling that Slot preferred the performance against Tottenham playing his way than the 2 previous performances where we didn't play his way.
Yeah.
I got a feeling like I don't understand it. We've been here all season, though. We've been talking about this all season, like the game in Champions League, the Real Madrid game, the certain games in the Premier League where he changes his system a little bit. You know, plays with players in, because he makes comments about, you know, it hasn't helped that we've had to play players out of position, right? So then when he plays players in position and we win games and it suits the way they want to play, and then he changes it and plays players out of position again, we look terrible. It's going to happen all season. I don't think Slot cares about performances. He just wants results. And he's just thinking of the best way of getting results right now. I don't think performances matter. Because if performances matter, he'll just play the way. He just played the way that we've looked best this season.
Yeah, but then the question becomes: is this the best way to get results?
Liverpool are going to get results anyway because of the quality of player they got on the pitch. So they're not going to lose every single week. So they're going to get results no matter what.
Indirectly, you just said no, it's not the best way to get results.
Like, look, are we winning because of what Arne Slot's doing on the coaching when he's training, or are we winning because of some of the individual talents that we got?
Against Spurs, I don't believe we won because of anything Slot implemented.
It was individual.
Because I don't see patterns of play. You know, the only time I saw patterns of play in the Brighton game. I'll give him credit for that because he changed the way we played. But in this game, there was no patterns of play at all. You know, playing Wirtz off the left wing, playing Szoboszlai right wing, but he doesn't want to play there, so he naturally drifts through the central areas, which means Conor Bradley was exposed for the whole game. No defensive responsibility by anyone there. You know, McAllister in the 10 is, you know, McAllister is our worst midfielder right now, and I never thought I'd say that. He's literally our worst midfielder, and he should be on the pitch. You know, there's decisions that we keep talking about week in, week out that he feels like isn't an issue. And we're going to carry on this all season. There'll be a couple of games. Look, we'll probably beat Wolves and Leeds, maybe get a draw away to Fulham, and he'll think everything's perfect and fine. And then we might lose 3 in a row again, and we'll have more discussions. But nothing's going to change. This is us till the end of the season when we start figuring things out again, in my opinion.
The scary thing for me is some of the stuff he comes out with now. Like the week off was like a mini pre-season, and you gave us that. Like, what? Like, look, for me, it's a manager basically going into every game like it's his last chance to save his job, and that's just not sustainable. Like, it's just not sustainable. He's playing football to save his job every game. Like, is that how we want to be? Like, well, how many years down the line with this guy now? There's nothing. Like, the thing about it is, he hasn't even brought anything from Feyenoord with him. You'd think he'd just go, you know what? Shit hit the fan a bit. I'm going to try what worked at Feyenoord. But he's not even doing that now. And I just don't get it. Like, everybody's all over the place. Like, players are out of position. Like, can I bring a photograph up that Jamie Carragher did on his show? And it is fucking wild. And this is Arne Slot. This is his team. Like you've got our guys to be like this, and I have no idea how. Like, there was a situation in that Tottenham game.
Oh,
it was
God.
10 versus 4, and they won the ball. Like, they won the ball. Look, you throw that ball in, because that's what they did. We headed it out. There was nobody there apart from Tottenham players. Like this is just like
That's not
it's
on
so
that's
funny
not on the
because you
manager though.
said
That's
we
not
had a
the
bit of a
players.
debate with
That's the
Cal
players,
about
though.
whether Jordan are more better coached than Liverpool, and Cal was like, oh, Liverpool would beat Jordan. I honestly don't know whether Accrington Stanley will be able to get a result against us because it's just crazy.
My
It's
national
like
team definitely
City
beating
Space
Liverpool. I'm
Jam
telling you
to
right now.
every single
Heck,
player.
we got Barnsley soon.
I will
We got Barnsley.
say,
And I was going to say that, by the way. I was going to say that. Graham Souness got sacked when he got beaten by Bristol City. I was there. Like, he got sacked the day after. I think Roy Hodgson got sacked when he got beat by was it Luton or something like that.
Blackpool.
Like that could be the moments when you just go, fuck. Fuck.
what that picture there, the only thing that's on the manager. So it's on the players, obviously, to win the ball. That's on the players to win the ball in defensive areas. But what I don't get from a tactics point of view, and Slot does this a lot, yeah, when we've been 2-0 up recently, we stop putting pressure on the ball and everyone drops back, yeah, all the time. And when I think this is against 10 or 9 men.
9 men, mate.
We don't need that many players back against 9 men, right? Just leave 3 up, yeah. You know, they're not going to overcommit anyway. Just leave 3 up. We don't need too many players.
But that's what I'm saying. I think to your point, I don't think that's on the manager. I think that's on the players. If you go back and watch the clip, you actually see Arne Slot getting annoyed, and he almost turns around and starts swearing.
His assistant, wasn't it? Going like that, move up.
He's trying to get them to get up. But naturally, what happens is when you're a team that's on low confidence, everyone is thinking, we don't want to play. There's even another sequence in it, if you just go and play the clip again, where we've got a throw in, right? And if you're a centre back and you've got a throw in, especially if you've got an extra man, the centre back drops off, not necessarily to get the ball, but to make the pitch as big as possible, right? To either receive the ball or create space in the middle. Konate's in line with the thrower, right? In order to make sure the line gets up. And Jones says, I don't want the ball.
Is this the one you're talking about, Jerry?
No. This is in build up. This is another one.
Are you talking about the
I'm sorry, like I don't even know
at the end of the game? I think just before
Curtis Jones was holding on to the ball and he wasn't driving.
No. In the corner of the pitch, we won a throw in, right? The throw was on the right hand side of the pitch on Konate's side. Konate's, instead of dropping off to create space for Jones to pick up the ball as a centre back would, right? He's in line with the person that does the throwing, and that's basic football. You get in line with the throwing. Why? Because as soon as they throw the ball, if the ball goes over, if they're standing offside, they're offside. You're trying to get the line up as quickly as possible. What that does, though, in turn, it means that Curtis Jones is not doesn't have the space to get the ball, but B, you actually see him go, I don't want it, just line the ball, just throw it up the line. The ball goes up the line, it then comes back, right? And then Richarlison and stuff do the 1-2 and get down the byline, which I think ends up having I think we have a corner or whatever, or they have a corner, and then we're defending again. That was in that 20 seconds. That's on the players. That's on the players.
But it's coaching.
No, it's not. It's meant. It's not. It's meant. If the manager's screaming at them to get up the pitch, right, and they don't do it, that's not coaching. That's them being scared to play, scared that they're going to concede, scared that. So that's why they've done that. The reason why they're in their box and they're camped out, the reason why teams do that is because they're fearful of conceding a goal.
But we're on a 4-game unbeaten run.
But the confidence is still low. To your point, like you just said, we're on a 4-game unbeaten run, but you're saying the performances have been rubbish. So they know the performances have been rubbish. They know that. The players are like, whoa, we don't want to concede again.
Can I just show
concede, then know what happens.
Unbeaten runs thing? Like,
exactly.
My God.
4-game unbeaten run. Brother, we are so shameless.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't saying that as a good thing, by the way.
Leeds are one of the teams that most people say can get relegated. You get me? And it's just, we're unbeaten. You're unbeaten. Brother, you look like shit on the football pitch. When Jamie was speaking just now, he said, are we winning due to Slot's tactics? The answer is no. Even, let me give you the facts. 11v11, Liverpool had 0 XG in open play. And this is not K-Max stats. This is real stats. I can share it right now. Liverpool had 0 XG. Liverpool had 0 XG from open play. Our only XG we had is literally from the Van Dijk header from the corner. And then we were beaten by Spurs' XG 10v11 as well from the Kolomwani 2 chances. So we can't create better than the opponent. We can't create better than the opponent with 10 men, and we can't defend better because they actually defended better than us. And the goal that we scored was literally Romero just shooting at McAllister.
Oh, you have to bring that one up.
What?
That was from the 81st minute.
That again, this is where I'm with JJ.
Anything.
This is where I'm with JJ. I guarantee you the last 15 or 20 minutes, well, when it was like 1990, yeah, about 15 minutes, I was screaming at some of those players because some of those players were just not. The one thing you do is when you're against 9 men is pin them back to their own goal. That's what you got to do. The fact that we're holding on to the ball for too long, people weren't driving.
But let me ask you a question: at what point in time, like how many players are we going to blame here?
But it's not about blaming the players. Ultimately, I'm sorry, any team. This is any team at any level, right? Any team at any level. At any level. If I give you 11 players and the other team has 9 players, you should be able to dominate the ball. That's just the basics of football. You do a rondo tomorrow with your friends, and you put 5 in the middle and 2 defending. Right, the 5 should be able to keep the ball against the 2 at any level of football, let alone the professional level. So if we're looking at the 81st minute, right, forget what I think about the manager. And the team haven't got the capability to keep the ball against 9 men in the 81st minute when they've been playing for 10 men since the 30th minute or whatever it was. That is a huge cause for concern, not to do with the manager, the player's mentality. Because I'm sorry, Curtis Jones there, keep the ball. Wirtz, there's another bit when he's driving through and he's there. What does he do? He cuts back inside. He stops off. And I think Wirtz gets the ball. Trainion is making a run. He sees his offside. Instead of going and keeping the ball and saying, no, we're going to kill the game off, you're going and playing a long ball. Vicario gets it and boots it up the field again, and we're defending. Robertson, it was. Sorry, that's not on the manager. That just isn't. This is now the players are suffering. The players have got no confidence. They're not trusting their ability. They're not thinking in certain situations where you're thinking, just keep the ball.
Why do the players not have confidence?
Because they know that they've not been playing well.
But we didn't keep the ball. We didn't keep the ball in that.
That's the issue.
Exactly. That's my point. That's what I'm trying to say.
We had 65% possession in that game.
Like we're talking the last 15 minutes. We're talking about the last
81st minutes where we're looking at it and we're like from the 81st.
The game finished in 110 minutes. That's insane that we didn't do anything in the last the whole structure of the game. You have to just move apart from each other, and we still did this thing where we all.
That's a player thing. I'm sorry. I'll give criticism.
When you say that's a player thing, though, like as much as I understand it's a player thing, I want to know the why, though, because when you say like, oh, they just lack confidence, yeah, but then it means then Slot's man management is poor as well, not just
some things. We saw
everything.
Jürgen.
The confidence is lacking. Everything was that we've spoken about this. There's no point going over and over why. We all know the manager this season has been shocking. We all know the players have been shocking. We all know that the players don't trust each other. We all know that Kirkus has been rubbish, even though he's been a bit better. And Virgil van Dijk doesn't trust him because he gets annoyed at him every time and blames everyone else. These are all symptoms of the whole season.
That training clip from the gym?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I've seen that. And you look at him like, you, all right, cool. But anyway, so we know all of this, right? But when we're looking at just that moment in isolation, the game in isolation, from the 81st minute to the end of the game, right? Liverpool had 0 across the board on all the metrics that were just shown on the screen, right? At that point, I'm sorry. Listen, if you got the Liverpool under 12, if you got the Liverpool, I'm telling you,
go to the second game of the season, Newcastle away against 10 men, we were literally dominated. Same exact thing.
Same thing, and that was a problem again. That was a problem again where you looked at it and you're like, what the hell is going on with this team? That's literally.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't think it's just a confidence issue because second game into the season, the players weren't like down in confidence or something.
But you could see they were because players know when they're performing well when they're not. Anyone thought that anyone that thinks that Liverpool are playing well then just because we got wins, it's the same thing. Everything we're saying now.
I'm saying against Spurs, I understand your explanation, but against
Newcastle was the same thing. Against Newcastle was the same thing. The players, everyone didn't trust each other. The symptoms have been the same thing throughout the season. Nothing has changed. The same thing I was speaking about then is the same thing we're speaking about now. I'm just using that game in isolation to tell you I'm sorry. When it goes to 9 men now, at that point, it doesn't matter what system you're playing. Doesn't matter whether you're narrow, this, that. You just keep the ball. They do rondos
So what's the
every single
solution,
day.
Gary?
The solution to what?
To the problem.
The solution to the problem, the manager should have gone ages ago. But why shouldn't even be discussing this?
I thought you're looking at this from a different angle. I thought
What
you meant
angle?
like new signings and stuff.
No, but it's over. I've said this to you. It doesn't
We're
matter
just
what
talking
you
about
bring
the
in.
game, though. We're
It's
talking about the
over.
game.
You asked to get the game, Hassam. It's
No,
over.
but the way Jerry put it this time, he gave me a different explanation. I thought he meant like, you know,
I'm talking about the game.
basically
I'm talking about the
go
game.
sign players who can keep the ball, essentially.
No, but Hassam,
No.
we're talking about
I mean,
the
you
last
could
15
do that, but
minutes.
ultimately, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay,
The
fair
last,
enough.
the
Fair enough.
81st minute onwards.
I misunderstood you there. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Only the last 15 minutes, because I think me and JJ are on the same boat here. The last 15 minutes, I'm sorry, it's not on the manager. I'm sorry, an under 9 team under 9 team with 11 players up against another under 9 team with 9 players. You're expecting the boys to play.
Yeah. I'm with you, but the only part I blame the manager for is I think Slots, and I've said this multiple times. Actually, I think Slots' man management has probably let him down even more than the tactics have. I think he's been a horrendous man manager this season.
I think he's also like I've seen
the way he's handled players, blah, blah, blah.
No, but
like, did you guys know that Trey Nyoni just made his Premier League debut against Spurs? I never knew this, actually.
He's had his minutes now as well.
Yeah, I never knew that before. I literally never knew it. So, like,
look, with all this, I think there's a bit of everything in the way we are playing. You know, that bit with Tottenham and all that you guys are talking about there. It's down to the players, but it's also because I don't think the players have enough confidence in what the manager's tactics and system is. So they're just revolting to what they know and what to do themselves. And that's the issue. And that's the main issue for me, because when the team's got 10 or 9 men, you know, the opposition team should dominate. You know, obviously that don't always work out. I remember, you know, the Arsenal years with Wenger, when they went down to 10 men, they were better without the extra man for some time. You know, it don't always work out that way, but, you know, Liverpool can't control games of football because they don't know how to. It's as simple as that. Because they don't know what the manager wants them to do. Because one game...
I agree with that perspective as well.
Because one game the manager will set them up in a different system to press the ball, to play like this. Yeah. And then the next week he'll tell them, I don't want to play like that now. We'll go back to, you know, 4-2-3-1, and I want you to, you know, not press the ball as high in this game. And so when you've got different instructions for different games, the players will get confused and don't know what's the instruction for this game. What do we do? So they go into their shells. So it's the players' faults, but it goes to where they are with this manager on the pitch at the same time. So a lot of people say, oh yeah, the players are playing for, you know, all the reporters will go, yeah, see, look, the players are playing for the manager when we're winning games and stuff like that and performing okay against teams that don't press. You know, Liverpool, if you look at this run that we're on, most of the teams we play don't press, right? Because that's our weakness. We're able to get the ball, and we're able to get the ball into areas where our special players are, and then our special players take over and do their thing. But in this run of games as well, how many chances do we actually create a game? How many chances do we legitimately create in a game? Not many. So, yeah, the players have got to hold their hands up for especially the last 15 minutes of that Tottenham game. But I can understand why the players are playing like that, because I think the players are just confused. I bet if you went to Virgil van Dijk tomorrow, and go, what's the system at Liverpool? You know, what's the main Arne slot system that you guys play? I bet he wouldn't be able to tell you. And if that's the case, this is what we got.
That's why, like, I think what Jerry and Ram are saying, like, there's first of all, guys, we got 550 people in here. We're not even at 100 likes yet. Your return is even worse than Arne Slot's win ratio. So close the live chat, hit the like button, continue to enjoy watching the channel, and go subscribe to all my brothers. All the links are in the description. Even the ones that aren't here, the links are in the description. Bajan Reds TV and all the other channels as well. Mike's channel, all the links are in the description. Even Kwasi's channel. So go give them all a subscribe, please, and go support the Liverpool content creators. Make sure you guys are liking this video and subscribing to this channel as well. And thank you guys. Finally, we have hit 67.7K. So keep subscribing. The road to 68k continues. We're back tonight as well with Arsenal Palace, inshallah. Now, when it comes to this conversation, I hear where JJ and Rhyme are coming from in terms of like, I think this is partly to do with the players, but at the same time, I agree with Jamie's logic, which is I just don't think they know how to keep the ball. Really, as sad as it sounds, I just maybe it could be Klopp PTSD being part of it, like the way that Klopp plays. Maybe it could be, Arne Slot's man management. Maybe it could be like the way that these players perform out there on the football pitch. I don't really know exactly, because the what is Liverpool can't keep the ball. The why is the real question that I can't like legitimately answer, because it could be multiple different reasons. I do think that these players do lack confidence, but I think that's also down to Slot's man management. That's definitely part of it, in my opinion. I think his man management's been poor. I think the way that he's handled the players has been poor, and I don't think the players are coached well enough. This whole Jordan thing actually started as a joke, but when people watched the final of the Arab Cup against Morocco, they were like, "Yo, Hassam's cooking," even though it was a joke. But our national team with a Moroccan manager is better drilled. I'm talking about like knowing where to be on the football pitch than we are. I'll take a step further. I've watched some teams in the Champions League and I watched some teams in the Premier League that don't have nowhere near the levels of quality as much as we do, that are well coached and well drilled. Meaning the right centre back in a back three, as an example, would get the ball, and then the right-sided midfielder would occupy that space in front of him, and then the right wing back would come closer, and then the right-sided forward be in a certain area, and you can always like play out from the back. You can always create from deep. I think the problem is we're legitimately asking the players to do stuff that they're not comfortable with and they're not good at. Maybe Jerry is right. Maybe they just can't keep the ball. But guess what? They're not comfortable at keeping the ball. Maybe we're not a keep the ball team. Maybe we're not a possession team. Maybe we're built for something different completely. And Slot just can't see it. And the other thing is, from a tactical perspective, and this is something that I like, I've literally shared on the pre-recorded video I did with the tactics board and everything. I think that this lack of width is killing us, in my opinion. I don't think this formation works. I don't think this whole like putting 6 midfielders out there on the football pitch works. By the way, the only reason why Liverpool have any form of control, and form of control is loosely as well, is because we literally have every single midfielder out there on the football pitch.
Yeah.
Why do you not think it works?
Spurs? Curtis Jones, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Wirtz, like every single Gravenberch, every single midfielder is literally out there on the football pitch. And it's killing us.
Do you know for the Wolves game? We won't have any first team midfielders or any first team strikers on the bench.
Yeah, because
we will have Andy Robertson on the bench.
Yeah. And then you got the issue with the right hand side, which is basically, it looked better when Frimpong came on because he's like a right wing back. So it makes a bit more sense. But that right hand side is so isolated. It's basically Connor Bradley by himself, or whoever by themselves. Like, because Szoboszlai ends up inverting and Wirtz ends up inverting, and we essentially, in essence, have no width at all. Literally zero width.
But why do you not think it works? To your point,
The
why
formation?
do you think it doesn't work? Yeah.
For multiple reasons. I think our creators aren't good enough. Like the Wirtzes and the Szoboszlai, basically the inverted wingers. I don't think they're good enough. And I think that Ekitike does not work with them either, because Ekitike is more of a false 9 type striker.
I
And
disagree with that.
Gravenberch isn't good enough, in my opinion, at
Yeah.
passing.
Yeah.
For us to be able to do that formation. Because basically, if you notice against Spurs, the only times that we really like played through Spurs properly is if Curtis Jones makes an amazing pass.
I think we need to get rid of Gravenberch and McAllister out of this team. I think we're basically carrying 2 players that aren't helping us in any way, shape, or form. Like, for me, I think your midfield.
I don't think dropping Gravenberch is edgy anymore.
It needs to be Jones and Szoboszlai.
I agree with
Jones
that.
and Szoboszlai.
If you play Jones and Szoboszlai, you'll have no
They
midfield.
pass the ball forwards. They've got more
With
about.
Verts ahead of them, Jamie.
You'll have
And
no
midfield.
midfield.
You'll have no
midfield.
defensive.
That's
You
ahead
won't
of
have
them.
You'll have zero midfield. Szoboszlai, I love Szoboszlai, as everyone knows, but he evades his position, right? Curtis Jones likes to evade his position as well. Gravenberch hasn't been great this season. There's no doubt about that. But he has to stay in the team for that reason only. The problem with Liverpool, and McAllister was meant to be this guy. The reason Verts drops in deep a lot is because we got no forward passing progressors. With the ball, we got none. That's why they wanted Zubimendi last summer.
That's why the formation doesn't work, in my opinion.
That's why we're looking at players like Adam Walton. When Verts will look better next season for what he does because he'll be higher up the pitch. He has to drop in deep and collect the ball because no one can get the ball to him. McAllister was meant to be that guy, but McAllister's, for whatever reason, his legs just look like they've gone right now, so he can't do what he used to do. Curtis Jones can do it a little bit. Gravenberch is not really that kind of guy. Szoboszlai, same. He's more of a ball carrier as well, a ball striker. So none of our midfielders are that kind of midfield profile to help Verts do his thing. That's why Verts drops deep all the time. And that's why Liverpool are looking at players like Adam Walton who can get their head up and play that pass straight away. That's the midfield profile we need. Everyone keeps talking about DMs. That's not what Liverpool are after. People got to start getting used to this thing. They're after deep line playmakers. That's what they want. Yeah, but how many great world-class DMs are in the world that are also a deep line playmaker?
None.
I don't think there's any world-class DMs anymore.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Everyone's saying, "Oh, we should have got a Paulinho in the summer and all that." Wouldn't have done fuck all.
No, but I mean, like example, Stiller counts as a DM, but he's not like a proper DM. He's a deep line playmaker, but he's still classed as a DM. Like for me, DM is just a position. Like all you need is a profile player. The profile player, which is someone that has great vision, who has the ability to pass and has a range of passing as well. Because that's the one thing that we saw last season that Grav lacked was the range of passing. Like he's very good with the short passing. He's very good with driving, but he's not like a De Rossi.
I acknowledge the McAllister problem, but why can't you guys acknowledge the Gravenberch problem?
Gravenberch is not a passer.
Needs to come out of this team.
Yeah, but if you want this formation to be successful, you need a passer.
But then we've got no one who intercepts the ball. He's our highest interceptor of the ball in midfield.
But that's why I don't think this formation works.
I don't think. I think the idea. Again. The reason why I asked for Sam, I was like, why? The reason why I asked, why don't you think it works? Because for me, you have to first look at what is the manager trying to achieve, right? So if you're thinking, the manager's trying to have expansive football and score as many goals as possible at this moment in time, then I think you're wrong. Because I don't think that's the case. I think the whole point of getting it narrow is to someone's point. I think Jamie said it, which he doesn't want to lose games of football.
Yeah.
So if we're not going to lose games of football, right, that then gives us a chance to be able to go and be like, you know what, we might draw, we might pick up a win, because we have got the quality, and then we can build on that. Because what happens? You start to win, the confidence starts to come back. Why the confidence is left? You're all right. Because of the manager, the man management, all of that type of stuff. But at this moment in time, this is where we're at. The manager's not left. We've still got this guy here. So you have to kind of think about, all right, cool. What is he trying to do? He's trying to make the team more solid. He's trying to concede less goals. He's trying to concede less chances, right? And as a result, when you go and do that, that's fine, which we are conceding less chances statistically. We are conceding, but we're not creating as many chances. But that's fine for the manager at this moment in time because of where Liverpool are. That's fine. That's the way he's looking at it. If we concede less chances, if we have more midfielders,
that's everything wrong with his mentality, though. That's why
but it has to be the mentality because you cannot go if you go and.
I disagree with you. I don't think that's going to be the mentality.
Go back and listen to when Jurgen Klopp came to the team. The first thing he spoke about, right, is that you have to sort out the defense, the defensive mentality to make sure that Liverpool are defensively solid. His style meant that they were going to go and press. Liverpool press. Are you
sure you want to go down that road?
Yeah, Liverpool haven't got the players to press.
Are you sure you want to go down that road? When Klopp first came in, you want to go down that road?
We do. He said
you
himself.
lose this argument really badly if you go down that
from the manager that said this. Are you sure? Do you want to get it up?
Yes, 100%. I'm sure because Klopp
Steve
did not
Bartlett-
have
No,
did
go
not
on
have
Steve
not
Bartlett.
1% of the tools
No.
we currently have.
No, I'm not talking about the tools. This is where you're not listening correctly. I said, what
I
did
am
Jurgen
listening.
Klopp? What
I'm
was
talking
Jurgen
even about
Klopp's
the
first
defensive
task?
tools.
What did Jurgen Klopp say was his first task when he came into Liverpool team?
Mentality.
Coming from the
I'm not
horse's mouth.
discussing what
Make us
Klopp
hard to
said.
beat.
Exactly.
It
So
was
that's what I'm saying.
mentality.
Exactly. So Liverpool, the way Liverpool defended under Jurgen Klopp, of course, wasn't conventional, wasn't sit in a back four, but it was about pressing. It was about getting everyone to give 100%. Slot doesn't play Jurgen Klopp football. We know that, right? So Slot cannot go and coach the team to press. A, because he hasn't got the players to press, because he hasn't anymore.
But
He
I'm
hasn't
not
got your
speaking about
Manes, your
that.
Bobbies and stuff. But B, so I'm not saying listen to what I'm saying, right?
I
The
am listening to
defensive-
what you're
You're
saying. I
not
just-
because you're jumping. No, but you're jumping. You need to listen and then respond. When people are speaking, I haven't said anything because I'm listening, right? So I'm saying when Jurgen Klopp wanted to defend wanted Liverpool to defend, it was with a press. That was a style he went and done it with, right? So what he did, he went and got the team to press, right, aggressively. Had the players that he thought he could go and do that. Played the players. He played the Lana, done all of that, and got them to go and work extremely, extremely hard. Right, and Liverpool based their team around that, right? So the players they bought were all predicated on the fact that can you press from the front? You have to be able to give 100%. Liverpool right now, to what we have said before, and you said it before on yourself, that you said, in your opinion, the Liverpool players or Slot lost the dressing room, right, when he told them to press against Manchester City, right? So the players within themselves do not believe that they can go and press like that. A. B. Slot cannot coach the team to press like Jurgen Klopp because he isn't Jurgen Klopp and that's not his style. Right, so the only way Slot knows how to defend is to do what? A, either keep the ball, which Liverpool can't keep the ball, or B, you go back to really basic football, right? Which is, and again, no one enjoys it, but it's, I'm going to pack out the midfield and do what any other team's done. You go and look throughout football, every team when they wanted to go and just be solid defensively, they just go and put midfielders all over the pitch because they know they can work hard, they've got the legs to run, they're structurally a bit more disciplined, they're not thinking about going forward first, they're thinking about keeping the ball, and you stay in front of and you become solid. And that's what the manager's trying to do. I don't like it. It's not my favourite style of football, but it goes back to the point, what is the manager trying to do? He doesn't want to lose games because he doesn't want to lose his job, A, and obviously Liverpool can't keep losing games. That's why he's doing what he's doing. Why he's doing it, we know that. He's a poor man manager, football's rubbish.
A good manager versus a bad manager, literally. Because Klopp played to the player's strengths and Slot is not playing to the player's strengths.
He can't play to the player's strengths. Well, what are the player's strengths, in your opinion? Right now?
I think this team has very good capabilities in terms of creativity that aren't being explored at all. I think Ekitike is a creative player. I think Chiesa is a creative player. I think Wirtz is a creative player. I think we've got wingers who can hold the width. I think we've got wingers who can create. I think we've got fullbacks who can bombard up and down the pitch and create so much more chances than we currently do.
Because I agree, right? On that, Hassan, when we were doing that earlier in the season and you saw the statistics and Liverpool were top for XG, top for this, top for shots, top for everything, what was the problem in the other way?
But I went and debunked that. Me and Emeka sat down and we looked at the XG. The XG would be McAllister's shot from far, 0.1 XG. Someone's header from a set piece, 0.2 XG.
Of course, I get it. But Liverpool
as an example,
but Liverpool scored goals.
Let me just explain it to you from this perspective. Florian Wirtz. How many before the Spurs game, because I actually haven't checked before the Spurs game. Before the Spurs game, sorry, I haven't checked after the Spurs game. Before the Spurs game, Florian Wirtz leads the team in chances created. Okay? How many big chances created does Florian Wirtz have?
I couldn't tell you.
Florian Wirtz before Spurs had one big chance created.
Was it one?
And this not K-Max stats, this real stats. 15 games.
And I'd agree with that.
And
I'd agree with that.
So what does that tell me? What am I using that for? When I'm looking at chance created, you guys all know the stat. The chance created is I pass it to Jerry shoots, that's a chance created. Even if it's from 30 yards. Doesn't matter, because just because Jerry shot, it counts as a chance created. A big chance created is essentially Wirtz's pass to Isak that he scored from. Now, the fact that Florian Wirtz, our biggest creator, has all those chances created, but only one of them is a big chance, tells me about the quality of chances that we're creating. Because there are so many games, like the Crystal Palace game as an example. People come on, oh, Liverpool had this much XG. Okay, what are the clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities we had? I'm talking about clear-cut. Because when we used to argue during the Klopp era, if you remember, it would be like Salah would play Diaz through on goal. Nunes would play the pass to Gakpo through on goal. Like someone misses a tap in from 1 yard. We're talking about crystal clear goal scoring opportunities. Like, I'll use a different club even. Man United, Aston Villa. Aston Villa scored 2 world-class goals against Man United. Man United were better the whole game. Cunha missed a tap-in header, literally. Those are the moments that Liverpool aren't creating right now. That's why our XG comes from like, oh, Szoboszlai shot it from 20 yards, 0.18 XG. Oh, this guy headed it from a set piece, 0.3 XG.
Mostly
So when you look at the underlying metrics of the stats, it's really scary.
But that's why I agree.
That is horrendous at Liverpool.
100%.
Even when we were winning and when we were losing, same thing.
No, but that's what I'm saying. When we were going back, right, Liverpool was scoring goals. Liverpool didn't have a goal scoring problem. We didn't look at Liverpool and say, Liverpool, the problem is scoring goals. It wasn't. Irrespective of whether Salah was playing well or not, Liverpool always scored goals, right? So whether you create 25 chances to score in a game, you score 5 goals, or you create 10 goals, Liverpool, or create 10 chances and score 2 goals, Liverpool still scored goals. The problem was defensively. So I go back, and this is not what I'm saying I like. I like tiki-taka football and all of that, right? I want to keep the ball forever and pass the team to death. That's my opinion. But it doesn't matter what my opinion is. I'm saying the manager wants to be defensively solid. So for his sake, he doesn't care about creating 25 chances and being expansive and getting Kirkus to bomb forward. Because when they did that in the Community Shield, and they go back, right? They did that in the Community Shield and they were going gung-ho. We conceded going the other way. The next game, same thing happened. We conceded going the other way. And every single game since then, up until we started saying, and I was saying, look, this isn't sustainable, right? There's in defensive, you can't keep conceding 3 goals and have to score 4 goals, right? The goals start to dry up from certain players. Gakpo all of a sudden isn't scoring goals. And then this player, then Ekitike goes on a run where he doesn't score goals. Isak doesn't hit form. And then you're looking again, oh, Liverpool can't score goals now. And you're still conceding. That's why he's gone defensive. So when you look at it,
can I just respond to that gone defensive point? So everything you're saying would make sense, and I would agree with it, if Spurs had 0.1 XG. And Spurs had 1 big chance the whole game. Like, hey, guess what? It's not pretty, but we are locked up defensively. Like, as an example,
we're not locked up. We're not locked up at all.
Yeah, that's the point. Okay, so you're basically telling me we're not locked up defensively, and we're not creative, and we have no control. So what's the point?
It's because he wants to play defensive.
Like, no aspect of football works with this formation. Not a single aspect.
It would work with this formation if Liverpool had midfield pressers, but Liverpool don't have a single midfield presser apart from Szoboszlai.
So don't play the formation,
then. That's the problem. It's almost at the moment, any formation or system he actually probably plays is probably not going to work on a defensive-minded way because we ain't got no midfield pressers. So Szoboszlai is literally our only midfield presser. McAllister can't press, Gravenberch can't press. Curtis Jones is not the greatest presser in the world, although he's more of a controller with the ball. Endo don't get minutes, but he doesn't press anyway. None of the midfielders press. In fact, there's a couple of midfielders that we did have that got loaned out or sold on, young players that could play right now and would actually make us a bit more defensively minded, although more attack minded, because they can press in midfield. You get more pressers in midfield. And also at the end of the day, our forwards don't press. So if your forwards don't press, you can't defend well. Cody Gakpo, he runs back in defensive situations, doesn't press. Mo Salah's don't press no more. Isak and Ekitike want to press a little bit higher up the pitch in
they don't press anywhere properly.
But they're not team press, They're not team pressers.
Is a bit of a better presser.
They're individual pressers more than team pressers,
They're basic pressers,
and that's Liverpool's problem. And I think that's why Liverpool are looking at someone like Semenyo, because he does press and he works hard up.
But I don't think Semenyo changes anything.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that's
I don't think he does at all.
That's
I will say though. I will say though.
Let me just say one thing. Sorry, K-Mac. I just want to point out the actual numbers, okay? Because I think first of all, big up to Gag and Nip. Thank you so much. And this is why I asked Jerry, does he want to go down that route? Until Van Dijk, Alisson, and Fabinho came in 2018, we were suspect in defense. We won high-scoring games until he sorted the defense out last. So this is why when Jerry gave his explanation, I said you're describing a good manager versus a bad manager. Jurgen Klopp played to the player's strengths. He said, as soon as he saw that he's got 2 goal-scoring wingers, Firmino, you're now my false 9. Even before Fabinho, he played Henderson in DM, the most trusted defensive midfielder out of the ones that we had. and we implemented the style where everyone was comfortable. Meaning, watch this. Klopp wasn't asking Henderson to dictate tempo from deep. Klopp wasn't asking Wijnaldum to dictate tempo from deep. Klopp wasn't asking James Milner to be this creative outlet. He wasn't. He asked every single player to do what they're comfortable with. Okay, I've got fullbacks that are high-flying fullbacks that are very good going forward. Okay, Robertson
Wissam, didn't do that.
Hear me out. You're my new creators. I'm looking at the wingers. They're goal scorers and they're creators. My number 9, instead of, by the way, at the time, he could have used Christian Benteke. He could have used Divock Origi. Brendan Rodgers, last game, he played Firmino right wing back. Klopp came in and said, fuck all that. I'm playing Firmino false 9. Away at Man City, we won 4-1. Never forget.
When you play striker first.
And we had Coutinho as one of the creators too. Thank you, Gagan. Let me just point out the numbers discrepancy because I think it's important. Florian Wirtz has 27 chances created total. He has 2 big chances created. This applies to, by the way, I'm going to go, you can do this to every single player. Mo has 33 chances created. 6 of them is big chances. Dominic Szoboszlai has 31 chances created, of which 3 are big chances. So when I'm looking at the discrepancy, it describes something. Why is the difference so massive? Because the quality of chance I'm creating is a weak quality chance. Like, I think there was like the Brighton game or another game that me and Emeka did this for, and we went and looked at it. The XG is basically a bunch of small XGs put together, like 0.02 plus 0.06 plus 0.08 plus 0.15 plus a header here. All of a sudden, you're like at 0.6 XG. And you're just sat there going like, I can't even recall the chance we created. I can't recall a single chance. So my issue with the slot formation, I'll land on this. My issue is the following. Defensively, we concede more chances than we create. We're not creatively good, and we have no control. So Jerry described the players can't keep the ball, so that basically means we can't control games. We can't pass the teams to death. We allowed Spurs to have higher XG than us, and we can't create. So why am I playing this formation then? So what's the point?
Because at this point, it isn't the formation. I'm giving you the reasons as to why a manager will go and play 5 midfielders as opposed to playing with wingers.
His job.
Yeah, that you go back and watch West Brom when they used to go and play Brunt, who's a centre midfielder, and play him on the right. No, but that's what I'm telling you. It's basic football. You see it up and down the pitch. At this point, I don't understand like this ego from Liverpool fans. Like we're crap. And all the players that you think are good, they are crap. All this idea, this belief that, we've got all this quality in Wirtz. Ultimately, he's crap. If Wirtz left tomorrow, he'd be a flop. That's it. If Isak left tomorrow, he'd be a flop. He'd be shit. We wouldn't be raving about him. Ekitike's a baller. He's my guy. But if Kirk has left tomorrow, he'd be deemed a flop. Right, so ultimately,
this is where we fundamentally disagree.
Exactly.
I don't hate the players.
We're allowed to disagree.
No, it's not about hating the players. I'm not about hating the players.
Okay, I take that back. Not hating. I don't rate
Liverpool.
No, it's not about. No. That's fine if you rate them or not. But unfortunately, right, if they left tomorrow, if this was another team, and you saw these performances, and they left to go to Spain or left to go to China, you would deem them a flop at that club. You would not say they were a baller, but it was the manager. You know, Ten Hag just didn't know how to use his player. No, you wouldn't. You just say they were a flop. So let's just be honest. Right at this moment in time, they are rubbish, right? The team is rubbish. From Virgil van Dijk to Mohamed Salah to everything in between. Everyone is rubbish, right? So guess what? The manager's just trying to go and figure out, you know what, this is what we're going to have to do. Because if I can get more midfielders on the pitch, guess what? The fact we've got more midfielders on the pitch means that Jones is getting more games. And at least Jones can play. Because before that, when you had wingers on the pitch, Jones wasn't playing. And now everyone's raving about Jones. And they've been talking about Jones for years in terms of keeping the ball. But Jones isn't good enough. He's not this. He's been the same player. But all it is now is there's more midfielders on the pitch. Means that he can get on the ball. He's asking and demanding the ball and he's commanding it. Right? That's one player that's in confidence. Szoboszlai, another one that's playing with a bit of confidence. Right at this moment in time, all the manager's trying to do is win games to go and get the confidence. Because right now, if you were to go and just tell the team, yeah, play wingers, do this, play in your best position, you think that will work? You think football's that simple?
I actually do.
No, Liverpool.
I think if we switch to 4-2-3-1, listen, Mo ain't here and Gakpo's injured, okay? So you can play. Can we right now play wingers that track back?
Yeah, you play wingers that track back, right?
Right
and
now,
ultimately,
this
what happens? No. But it doesn't matter. You can do, right? But I'm saying you could play whoever in this team right now. It doesn't matter because I agree to your point. That will not happen. What will happen is the wingers are going to be forward thinking. The press will be rubbish, and then we're going to be talking about where is their donut in midfield and why can't we go? That's exactly what we'd be saying.
Okay, we play Wolves this Saturday. I'll ask you a question, football question. Let's say Slot abandons this formation, which we agree is basically useless, and the style of which this formation is implemented. The only thing we have is control of which we can't even pass the ball against 9 men. Let's say he goes with, the thing is, Slot is such a bastard because I just wanted them to go Ekitike on the left and Isak up top just one time, just so we can fucking experience it once. But he hasn't even given us that. I'm gonna give you a lineup against Wolves. And tell me if you think that team can even be as defensively sound and give you more going forward. I go Alisson in net, Frimpong right back, Kirkers left back, Konate Van Dijk. I'd go Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones. I'm dropping both Gravenberch and McAllister. I'm playing because it's fucking Wolverhampton Wanderers. I'm putting in
suspended.
I'm putting hypothetically. I'm putting Wirtz in the 10. I'm playing on the right Federico Chiesa. I'm playing on the left Rigo Moa. I'm playing up top Ekitike. I believe
Liverpool get caught 3 or 4 times in transition and lose the game.
Yeah, but then Rigo Moa plays a track back.
It doesn't matter about tracking back. If this is what I'm trying to say, it's not
how
about
does it not
matter
about tracking back? We've made it a thing for the last 3 months.
No, because it's not about the tracking back. It's about the ability to go and press. You spoke about why Benteke didn't play up front. Benteke can go. It's intelligence about how to press, when to press. I'm not saying Chiesa doesn't press. You've got one player that press. Ekitike can't press properly. He doesn't. He's a basic presser, and he's my favourite striker right now. But he's a basic presser. Rio is not a quality presser. It's probably one of the reasons why he doesn't go and play. Yes, he's got energy and he's young, but he's thinking about getting forward. He's thinking about just attacking. I'm not going to blame him for that. He's a winger. Cool, do your thing. You're then talking about a midfield of Curtis Jones, Szoboszlai and Wirtz, right?
Yes.
Where Wirtz is going to be forward thinking. Szoboszlai, again, to someone's point, vacates his position to go and help out and do this. And you leave Jones on an island by himself, right? You then have Kirkes and Frimpong that naturally, unless you tell Kirkes you're going to invert and you're going to stay narrow and he starts to look rubbish, he's going to get forward. Frimpong's going to get forward. And then what? We're going to be left with Curtis Jones, Konate and Virgil van Dijk to deal with the counter. You've lost your damn mind.
And you want to know?
No. It won't be that because the whole point of me playing those 2 wingers on the wings is that they would be able to track back and run back and defend. So even if Wolves get the ball,
but then they wouldn't get forward.
If Wolves get the ball and they have a counter-attacking opportunity, those wingers are going to get back and play. And the Szoboszlai thing, we played Szoboszlai and Gravenberch in the double pivot against Atletico Madrid. We created 7 big chances. They created 1 the whole game. People have mocked me for as many times as I brought up the Atletico lineup. How did Wirtz's first assist come? Pass to Isak. I've been asking for Wirtz and Isak to play with each other for the last 4 months. Ever since they stepped foot at Liverpool. All I've ever wanted is Wirtz in the 10, Isak up top and Ekitike on the left. That's something I've been asking for 3 months that we won't even get to see now because Isak's injured. So when I'm talking about creativity, I do think the reason why I'm bringing this up for this Saturday, Jerry, is we're coming up against Wolves. So in essence,
if we went to go and play, and at this moment in time, because the problem is,
Konate, Virgil, and Jones should be able to deal with Wolves.
No. But this is the point. You're basing it off the fact that you think at their best ability, if everyone's playing well and they're on form, they're going to be able to go and do it. Currently, at this moment in time, I saw Florian Wirtz. We're on a counter-attack. He's his furthest man forward. He's last man against 9-man Tottenham. And he does what? Instead of showing I'm going to be the guy, if that was Cole Palmer, if that was whoever else, Yamal, Dembele, they cut in front of the player, run through and score. If that's Ekitike to score, what does he do? He turns back.
Yeah.
That shows you the mental state of the players. You're assuming that playing Wirtz where he wants to play will make a difference. He's low on confidence. Because he's gonna do, he's gonna turn around, he's gonna pass back. You're asking Chiesa now Chiesa might run around. You're asking Rio to not get excited when he goes forward and then think about tracking back. You've got to tell him one job to do. You either stay back and you track back, which means that you're gonna, again, Wolves are not gonna be as effective, or you go and tell him, no, attack and do what you're good at.
Like crazy now. We're really
No, but
challenging.
So can I just say something about all of this?
There's a reason why you're frustrated in this argument because I'm pointing out the stuff that Liverpool fans have been complaining about for the last 3 months. You want a
Which is
winger
what?
that can track back? I got Chiesa. He can track back. You want offensive? You're telling me we cannot dominate Wolverhampton Wanderers at home?
I am saying right now, of course, Liverpool can. I'm saying right now, I do not believe it. I do not believe it with this manager. I do not believe it with the
players. As we're speaking, he should be sacked right now.
As we're speaking right now, I do not believe it. And I do not believe that whether you go and play Rio or this, it makes a difference. It is over. I've said this to you, Hassan. It is over. This idea that, no, we're going to play these players. It doesn't matter where we're going to play these players. It doesn't matter.
Jerry just said it's over, basically. Okay, fair.
I've said this. Did I not say this at the beginning, guys? I said it's over. I said, why would us discussing this? It's over now. It's over. The manager needs to go, but the manager's not gone. So I'm telling you, this is not what I think. It's what I'm seeing. The manager doesn't want to lose games. This is why he's playing like that. Otherwise, he'd carry on playing the players that he wants to go and play. He wouldn't play Jones. He wouldn't play these players. That's why he's doing that. He's doing that because he doesn't want to lose his games. When Liverpool were playing and Ekitike was scoring goals, he took Ekitike off to play Isak. He was playing Gakpo all the time. He's only doing this because he has to, because players are injured. Because it's this,
oh yeah, I can't wait till
Gakpo's
back. He's coming straight into the lineup.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
So look,
and then what?
Look,
where's he going to play?
This is
left attacking 10.
Probably.
Look, the thing about this is we all agree that Arne Slot needs to go. Like that is, it's been an absolute car crash this season. Somehow we're joint fourth. Like I just don't know how, but we are. We've lost 6 games and we've drawn 2. Yeah, we played really terrible football for quite some time. But Jerry's right. Like we are literally in. Have you ever like seen your computer when it's got really slow or there's something wrong with it and it puts itself into safe mode? That's what Liverpool are right now. We're in safe mode. Like we're trying not to lose a game. We're trying not to concede goals. And I get it. Like we are giving up big chances. Like Brighton should have buried us. you know, there's teams that should have scored goals because they've had opportunities. But if it wasn't for some individuals, we'd be drawing some of those games.
Yeah, the individuals being Christian Romero.
Ekitike's pulled us out the mare. Like, Mo Salah's done it a couple of times,
And that's what rubbish teams do, guys. And that's what rubbish teams do.
Rubbish
when you've
teams,
got a rubbish team, you had Chris Brown, West Brom, and that you had Oberdon Wingy does on a bit of.
You're comparing us to West Brom.
I am. You're right.
Alexander Isak alone is worth more than their whole squad back in the day.
All right, Leeds have been rubbish. What's been their turn in form? They've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin now that's scoring goals. All of a sudden, wow, Leeds are doing okay. Morgan Rogers, Aston Villa were crap. All of a sudden, Morgan Rogers is turning up. That's what rubbish teams do. We're rubbish.
Ekitike,
what do you think we're good?
Ekitike's it.
Yeah, do you think? Do you look at Liverpool? Think Liverpool's good?
Ekitike, like getting past triple.
But I just want to say one more thing.
He scored a goal because Romero shot it from Carl. Big up. Someone just messaged me. You and Jerry really have good conversations. I learn a lot. Me and Jerry get into it sometimes with football debates because we want to break down the X's and O's, man. It's just like, because the X's and O's make no sense. Because from when Jamie asked the question an hour ago, I've been triggered. Because basically he asked, are we winning because Slot did some shit? Or are we winning because the individuals are doing some shit? And the true answer to that question is, we are winning either because one individual does some madness or an opponent makes a mistake. That is it. Because our creativity is zilch, and our defensive awareness is zilch, and our control is zilch. So this formation doesn't work, the tactics doesn't work, the players aren't confident. Let's at least, that's why I'm trying to get solutions. Let's at least try a 4-2-3-1 against the worst team in the league. Let's try use some wit so we can hopefully.
We've done this all season, though. We've done this all season.
If Wolves have 1 XG, but we get 5-6 XG, and we win 3-1, yeah, I'll live with it. But give me some good football. We haven't witnessed good football since, like, how long ago? By the way, even Leeds United, the first goal we scored is a Leeds error. What are we doing here? Like, because this is not.
Atletico's the best football.
Do you know who actually has created the most big chances in the Premier League? Is Bruno Fernandes. And Man United lose every week. Is this big chance? Do you know Arsenal were top of the league and they got no one who creates big chances?
Yes.
I think this big chance thing is a bit over it's looked at too much for me. I've said this as well. By the way, I've been saying this for weeks now. I'll say it on here as well. People go mad at me when I say this.
Greasy, bro. What are you doing?
But Liverpool, I think Liverpool and Arsenal are very similar, almost, in the way they play football. It's just that Arsenal are far better at defending than Liverpool are. Because you actually look at it, at the metrics, I think Liverpool have only scored 3 less goals than Arsenal this season, and only like 2 wins away from them this season. It's the draws. Arsenal don't create a lot in open play either. The same like Liverpool. It's Arsenal got a quality defensive structure with pressing machines in midfield, right? If Liverpool had the same as them, they'd be up there with Arsenal at the top of the league right now. You got to look at the metrics. You just got to look at the metrics of things. People won't like me saying that, but it's true.
It's not only that, but
what I did want to say is
every time you look, okay, I'll give you an example.
2 things.
This is why what Jamie's saying is not crazy, but let's look at when it's implemented correctly versus when it's implemented shittly. Okay, Arsenal, Everton. You probably all watched the game and you're all bored to death. Everton, big chances, 0. Big chances missed, 0. Shots on target, 1. XG, 0.2. The whole game. I'm telling you, Liverpool Spurs, they have higher XG with 11 men, higher XG with 10 men, higher XG with 9 men. What are we doing here? Like, this is everything wrong with Liverpool Football Club right now.
I knew
and Jamie, that's my point. We cannot defend, we cannot attack, we cannot control. So let's do something at least and go back to, and by the way, and I know you guys might not like this. I think actually Jamie might agree with my take. I think there is something called the ethos of Liverpool. What are Liverpool Football Club about as an institution? And I don't think the fans will stand for this either if this keeps happening game in, game out, like this whole defensive and blah, blah, blah. Like, this is not the way that Liverpool do things. Like, every club has an ethos and a model and a motto. Like, I'm sorry, but Mourinho can never go, prime Mourinho even can never go manage Barcelona because they wouldn't accept that style of football. I think with Liverpool Football Club, we at some point in time, like this, I get it now because it's like we have to get results because it's been such a shit run. I understand. But at some point in time, we've got to go back to what Liverpool truly are. That's what I'm saying. If we beat Wolves 3-1, and yes, we concede a goal, but we're playing exciting football and Chiesa creates a chance, blah, 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 creates a chance. Fair enough. Rafa Benitez did it. Yes, Rafa Benitez did it because you had shit players. Because we never had the budget to spend because it was an underdog narrative. The difference is right now, we ain't the underdogs. What we did this summer changed everything back to the 70s and the 80s. Liverpool are the big dogs now, so you've got to behave like the big dogs.
Let me just come back to what I'm saying because people in the chat might not be actually getting what I'm trying to say here. If Liverpool controlled games like Arsenal do and defended like Arsenal do, if you look at the metrics, Liverpool would win games more 1-0s and 2-0s and not been blasting teams away. This is what I mean by it. Yeah. You got Bruno Fernandes, who's the highest goal creator, and Jack Grealish. They're the highest goal, big chance creators in the Premier League. Yeah. Man United lose every week and Everton are a mid-table team.
That's not true, Jamie.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Cherky and Doku have the
most. Yeah, Cherky's up there as well.
Cherky's the most with 10. Doku's
but for as late as December, Bruno Fernandes leads the total chances created with Ryan Cherky as well, second, and then players like Wirtz and Jack Grealish are there as well. It's bad, but big chances created. What is a big chance, man? What is a big chance? What do stats regard as a big chance? I forget the stats, ping bollocks. Liverpool. The fact that Liverpool's, I hate stats. The only stat that matters in football is the result. And at the end of the day, Liverpool can't control games of football. Liverpool haven't got pressers. We go back to this Jurgen Klopp thing at the beginning of the conversation, all that. Jurgen Klopp could do what he could because in his team were full of pressers. So he could play that way, right? Brendan Rodgers tried to make it a different way. Brendan Rodgers wanted to be a passing team that tick-attacked all over the pitch, yeah? They couldn't do that because that weren't the calibre of player they were. Klopp came in, saw that they were all pressers and all runners, got them pressing and running, and straight away you see things start to change. This team right now, Arne Slot wants them to be a passing team. He wants his control from goalkeeper to striker, right? That's what he wants. He doesn't really mind about he wants teams to press because in football today some players in your team have to press, right? But He doesn't really want that. You know, that's why when we go 2-0 up in games, he wants the teams to stop pressing off the ball so much and find a shape, a defensive shape, and kill games off with control. But these players don't know how to control games of football because for the last 10 years, that's not what their ethos has been into the system, the DNA of the football club.
Not the players that we signed.
Yeah.
I just want to say one thing as well, because we are all talking about like formations and the way we want to play and all of this stuff. Look, I'm sorry, none of that's going to happen. Like, because if this manager stays, this continues. Okay, and yeah, we might play a 4-4-2 in every game now and again because he changes it because he knows that the opposition might be really hard to beat, and we might do it that way. But we're always going to play the 3-2-5-1, and when we're in possession, we're probably going to play this fucking 3-2-5 formation. But I just want to say one thing. Look, if this continues, yeah, and we keep this manager and we keep on doing what we're doing and we're playing ass football and we don't like it, there is something we can affect, and it's stop conceding set pieces and start scoring set pieces. Because right now, there's only one team in the Premier League that's worse than us in conceding set pieces, and that's Bournemouth. And a lot of people want the Bournemouth manager. Yeah, crack on, mate. Crack on. Yeah. But we also don't score enough set pieces. We are one of the worst teams in scoring set pieces. And you've seen how many chances we've created from set pieces. Like, we've suddenly realised that Mo Salah is probably the best corner taker in the Premier League after having him like 9 years. But like, Liverpool create a lot of set pieces and we have a lot of corners and we get a lot of free kicks. We don't do anything with them. But we are absolutely horrendous at conceding. And just look at all the goals we've conceded recently. They're all set pieces. They're either from long throws, they're either from goal kicks, they're either from the goalkeeper getting the ball on the halfway line and hoofing it. Like, every single time, we are absolutely useless at set pieces that we have. And look at the chances that the opposition create. A lot of those chances that the opposition create are from our own corners because we got too many players up there, or we've done something daft, or we tried to dribble outside the box and we tried this horseshoe formation crap and we've lost the ball. Like, we can affect those little things. And they're things that we used to be really good at.
Set pieces so much.
Is that? But I've got to ask you, right? Is defending set pieces, is that tactics or is it mentality?
Well, in Europe, we're number one.
It's both.
I wouldn't.
In Europe, we're number one.
Because
we're number
when we used to dominate set pieces, there's only one person in our team that would dominate, and that was Virgil.
But we do in Europe.
He's headed the ball more than any other player in all 5 leagues in Europe this season, Virgil.
Ram, the reason why it's a combination is because the manager will choose zonal, man marking, a mixture of both, blah blah blah. Like, it's not
I don't
just
think he's ever done man marking though. It's always been relatively zonal.
The reason I brought up the Arsenal thing, because people in the chat might not be getting it, what I'm saying. Do you know Man United have scored the same amount of goals as Arsenal this season in the Premier League? This is what I'm trying to say. You know, Liverpool, Slot wants to win games. He doesn't want to win so that Leeds game when we were 2-0 up, yeah? If that's a Jurgen Klopp Liverpool, he goes for the throat, we win 3 or 4, right? He goes for a throat. He keeps the accelerator down. We keep going and bang 3 or 4. If we concede one on the way to scoring 4, it's not the end of the world, right? Slot wants to shore it up at 2-0. I'm done. That's it. Game's over. We haven't got the mentality at the moment to do that and play that football.
Cody missed a massive chance to make it 3. Remember that?
Yeah, and we ain't got the mentality to play football.
And the thing is, and we're forgetting that the difference between, even you compare it to last season, right? This team's new, and I know this on record because I spoke to someone that plays, and they said the fear that they had playing Liverpool, right, even when they had a set piece, was the fact that if they didn't score from the set piece, Liverpool are going up the end. I'm going to tell you what game is, but in 2 seconds you're at your goal and you're conceding a goal. That breeds fear into teams. It's the same way when Arsenal get a corner set piece, it breeds fear. Everyone panics. Yeah. Liverpool are on the receiving end now where any team gets a set piece and we are fearful. So we're not confident enough to be like, leave them just there to deal with it and we're going to get it and score, because you're not confident they're going to deal with it. So naturally you regress and you start to defend. That's why I talk about it being a mentality issue. is that it doesn't matter now what formation you play. This is just, you can see it. Instead of going forward for the kill, Verts turns around and he's scared. Instead of going and playing the part, no, they're not going to go and do it. Instead of keeping it at a certain point, Robbo overhits
they're thinking
it.
about the 3 points.
They're
That's just
thinking
all they
about
care
everything.
about.
They're thinking all they're caring about is the 3 points, and the manager's thinking like that. But even the players, and the best example was the graph that you had, not the graph, but the image you had before, where it's 9 against 11, and we've got 9 inside the box, and everyone's camped outside our box, and Liverpool haven't just thought, we're going to step up.
JJ, I think the best the best example was when Curtis Jones was running at the defense and just stopped and turned back.
Yeah.
And then that was at the 97th minute. And then we ended up losing the ball from there.
But there was no one around. But again, you speak about it, right? No one around him. So he gets the ball, he's dribbling. Yeah, he's dribbling forward. He's only got Verts that's being marked out. Where's the other wingers? Where's the midfielders? Everyone's still camped in the box. That's a mentality. And you see Arne stop telling them to get up, and he's losing his mind. That's a mentality at that point. And of course, we know why the mentality's gone in there and the manager's not going to leave. But that's what it is at this moment in time. So if you haven't got the mentality to go and play, then, do you know what I mean? Wolves, we speak about Wolves, of course they're going to... If you try to be expansive against them and you're not confident to play expansively, you're going to lose the game.
Yeah, Jerry.
I will say as well, Wolves have deserved to win in the last couple of games.
If Liverpool try to right now with players, doesn't matter who they are, and they're not confident in playing your expansive football, right? They are going to go and make mistakes. They're going to overthink. They're going to overhit the ball.
Quick question.
It doesn't matter who it's up against. It doesn't matter who it's up against.
I think it matters because this is the worst team in the whole league.
Quick question though.
Yeah, but so was Nottingham Forest. They were the worst team in the whole league, or second from bottom. And then look what happened there.
Team in the whole league. This is
we were the third, exactly. We were the third, and for me that hasn't changed.
We cannot play sexy football against Wolves, bro. I don't even know.
JJ, quick question. Yeah. Wouldn't you say a change in formation would force a different way of playing?
No, because the formation is a certain shape to go and get a certain result, whether or get plays in certain areas, but the principles are the same. So to Jamie's point, right, if Liverpool still want to go and just keep the ball and control it, it doesn't matter if you play 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, 4-5-1, that doesn't matter because the principles are still the same. Liverpool could have gone and played we used to play inverted with Trent Alexander-Arnold stuff, and Liverpool still went and tried to press and tried to go and counter-attack as quickly as possible. Even if Trent wasn't as a wing-back. That's just areas of the pitch that you want players to occupy. That doesn't change the way Liverpool play. That's my biggest problem. So I'm looking at thinking, well, it doesn't matter what formation you're talking about. Go to a 4-2-3-1. No, it's probably not going to work. What you need to do now is get the players right now that can run the hardest, that can tackle the hardest, that are going to go and fight for the badge. That's it. It's just basic football. Then you move on from there.
Okay, so let me ask you the question then. Do you think, before I ask Jerry the question, thank you to everyone locked in. Big up to all the super chats, guys. They're all starred. We're going to come back to them in a second. Don't worry. They're not all going to disappear. Appreciate you all. Hit the like button and subscribe, please. Let's get to 300 likes, 400 likes, and go subscribe to all these guys' channels. Liverpool Chats TV, K-Mac channel, the Jerry James Show, and the Ram Stand. They're all in the description, and even all the Liverpool content creators that aren't here. Please go give them a subscribe. Now, this is the question I want to ask you. You're talking about like the way that we're going to play against Wolves and all this. How long do you think this way will work for? Like, do you think there is a possibility that this style gets found out? Do you think are we just gonna do this until January till we get new signings? Like, what exactly is the plan?
I think it's a mean to an end. I think in the manager's opinion, I don't necessarily agree with it, but once it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games that we've won in a consecutive bounce, right? Playing a certain way, that's when the confidence will start to come, and then that's when you see the players start to go and come out of their shell a bit more because they're confident that, we've defended, we've kept this clean sheet, we've done this, we've done X, Y, Z. I think that's what it is, right? You try to build on stuff like you have to look at the positives. Obviously, we're fans, we're not going to look at them, but the players are going to be like, well, that was tough. In against Leeds, we would have conceded the second goal, but we didn't. So that's a positive. Or against things. Oh, look, we got the clean sheet against Inter Milan, and you're shaking your head, but that's how it is in the game. That's how you would look at it.
We are starving, basically.
No, but that's how you'd look at it. If you've played, that's how you'd look at it. Like if you've played at any level, you'd know there's certain games where you're good, but you would always try to look at the positive of why. All right, cool. This was rubbish, but we at least done this. At least we scored. Like, you could go and concede 3 goals, but if you scored 5 goals, you'd be like, look, defensively we were poor, but at least we scored goals. Likewise, if you went and won the game 1-0, we'll be like, boy, listen, some of our decision making was poor, but listen, we kept that clean sheet. You'd always spin the narrative to go and suit your thing to get belief in the team. So that's what I think he's going to try and do. Whether it's sustainable, I can't answer you that because I don't believe in this team at all, and that includes the manager. I don't believe in them at all. No player. I don't trust them. I don't think they're good. I just think it is what it is.
Well, damn.
I personally think we're just going to muddle our way through the rest of the season with this guy, and I think he'll get replaced next season.
Watch Slot win the Champions League. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Like in Europe, as long as we don't play an English team in Europe, I actually think
Liverpool play an English team, mate.
I think Liverpool can go quite far. I think Liverpool can go quite far.
We're going to play an English
PSG,
team.
I think PSG
like 5 in the top 8.
Probably Barca. I think those 3 sides we have to avoid at all cost. PSG, Bayern, and Barca. Those 3 sides.
I don't know. I've been watching football for so long, like we all have now. I've seen weirder things happen in my time.
We lost to PSV and Galatasaray.
We're not going to.
I'm sorry. Like we are going to lose a game in Europe. Like,
yeah.
Don't be surprised if Marseille did us.
But we've seen
Mason Green.
Maybe I'll be honest,
like, not seen
a lot of people in this fan base ain't even
the Champions League.
A lot of people in this fan base ain't even confident about beating Wolves. I don't know how.
No. I'm just saying. I'm not saying.
By the way, by the way, I won last season. Do you remember that game? We were outplayed in that game a lot. Like
I'm not saying we're winning anything. I'm
just
just saying.
Game. Like, but we still won.
I think people are going away over the top here. I'm not saying we'll win anything. I'm just saying, will it be funny? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Do you know what I mean? Look, Liverpool, look, it's what it is, man. The manager ain't going nowhere. I get a new contract at the end of the season. And we'll move on. You know, if they, look, how I know Slot's going to stay if they spend money in January. If they spend money in January to get Slot players to get this season going again, that means their confidence is all in the manager.
Though, Jamie.
No, we don't spend money for the sake of spending money.
No, but when you spend money to rejuvenate the squad, regardless of the manager.
Yeah, but if they don't want the manager there, then he'll just go. If they don't believe the manager can get him into situations, then they're second.
I think the problem they'll have is, like, look, they might have a list of wingers that Liverpool would like, right? But the manager ultimately chooses which one he wants. So from the shortlist, the manager will be like, look, this is the one I want. That's how it kind of works, or from my understanding.
Yeah.
The winger that Slot wants might not be the winger that, for your case, I don't know, a German manager wants.
Oh, my days. That was low.
Oh, like Nagelsmann, basically.
That's what I'm saying. So if if we sign players, sign players, then
doing this, yeah, we're doing it. We're bringing it back, yeah.
I thought I was negative, and then I listened to Jerry's breakdown, and I listened to like K-Mac's breakdown, and I'm looking at it from a perspective of like we're legitimately finished, basically. Like that's what I'm getting.
We're in a hospice. It's a hospice setting.
I just said, guys, let's play offensive football against the 20th team in the league, and they're like, is not confident enough. I'm like, guys,
you know, to play offensive football, you have to be brave in it. Yeah. But not only the manager, like the players have to be brave.
Hey, that's why I said Leon Chiesa. Fuck it, let's go.
Yeah, but you need everyone. You need
There's
everyone
only one
to be brave. You need
midfielder.
Konate to be brave. You need Virgil van Dijk to be brave and step up.
We've only got one midfielder that's brave at the moment.
That's brave right at the moment. It's Curtis Jones. He's brave.
Yeah.
Keep giving me the ball.
If you look at Curtis tries things deep in his own half where he shouldn't, but he's doing it to create angles and create space, right?
Exactly.
And you've got to be brave to do that. A lot of our players
are so happy that Jones is getting.
No, if you look at McAllister,
I'm so happy.
That's what you're buzzing about this season. Everyone,
100%.
If anyone knows, JJ's
been on this Curtis Jones shit for 5 years.
He was the captain, bro. He was the captain of that shit, bro.
No one started it before JJ. You guys don't even know. Like JJ.
Listen, I've seen it. I saw it, and when I was
so happy that Jones is playing well. He's happier than Jones playing well.
It was just a run of games. It was just give him a run of games because you now start to see. Oh, if you're trying to play possession football,
Curtis, by the way.
Exactly. If you're trying to possession football, this is why you need a player like that. Like, this is what it was. If you're trying to go and play the end-to-end Gegenpress, it's not going to work. Clearly, it's not. But they did too much on Saturday.
We spoke about.
But this is my point.
It's about risk. It's about
being forced. This is what the manager wants. He's
But
been
right, but
forced into doing it.
But wait.
been
It's not even that. But just use this as an example, right? Big up to Timpalion, yeah? Cool. Ultimately, what's happening, and this is what I'm talking about, is the fan base as well, right? Do not understand that the risk that the manager wants to play with is in possession. So the risk you're talking about, that's what he wants. Liverpool's risk before was the high line. It was this, it was that. That's the risk. So yes, you cost 2 counter-attacks. But to that point, how many chances did he create? How many times did he pass the ball forwards into this player or that player? Or did you go and be like, wow, that was a really good pass?
Yeah, but they're not looking at
player
that, Jerry. They're not looking at them stats.
Of course.
Though.
But that's what I'm saying. But it's a mentality. And I'm saying, I think in general, in terms of the fan base, is where I look at it and I'm like, actually, you're better off just getting someone that's just going to just get them to press and just someone random. It doesn't, even if that's not the manager I want, because the fan base can't get their hands around it. Hence why you go to Europe, you go away, and Liverpool play better. But you go to Anfield, all of a sudden, it's like, what's going on? Why is it so slow? Why are we keeping it? This is what things people keep talking about. Why is he keeping on? Why is he holding the ball for too long? Release it. Look, Salah's through, playing through.
To attack against Wolves, bro. You know, Jamie said it would be funny if we win the Champions League. You know what would be funny if we lose to Wolves? That would be funny.
Hey, Wolves are playing a little bit better in their last 2 games.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Jamie.
Wolves deserve to win.
Jamie just said it's a possibility we lose to Wolves.
They should have got a draw.
Arsenal.
I don't think it's a possibility.
2 bloody own goals.
I actually think we'll beat Wolves. I actually think the harder game will be against Leeds.
Sorry.
Will be against Leeds. I think that would be the harder game because against Leeds, they're going to be brave in their approach and try and hit Calvert-Lewin as much as they possibly can. And our centre backs, no matter how good they are not in a great mental state right now. So he's going to try and bully them. So I actually think the Leeds game at home will be more difficult than the Wolves game at home, personally. And also, people want to play these wingers. Yeah, if you want to play Rios and Ethos in this world, right? Then for me, if you're going to play that, then Robbo and Joe Gomez have to be your fullbacks. Yeah. Because you have to go with the most experience possible in them fullback areas. You can't play Frimpong and Kirk.
That's why I wouldn't play.
If you're going to play them wingers, I don't know who he's going to play because Szoboszlai is suspended for the Wolves game. People might get their wish and actually see Chiesa start a game because no Cody Gakpo available. It's probably going to be Chiesa, Wirtz on the left, and Ekitike through the middle.
Lord help me.
That makes sense. It probably will be. Yeah.
He's got no choice.
Let me just read the super chat because Jerry has to go in a bit. Big up to everyone locked in, guys. 700 people. Like I said, please hit the like button, subscribe. Jay says Jay is so spot on. The manager's in survival mode. Every game LFC don't lose by him time, and that makes us basic as fuck. I don't think he can. I think he means fix it.
Fix it. Yeah.
No. But like, that's why I had to ask, like, how long is this shit gonna go on for, though? Like,
till the end of the season.
Are you guys not like bored to fuck, or like, is it just me, or what?
No, I am bored. I don't even watch the game.
I'm yawning on Liverpool watch-alongs. What is this?
I was giving JJ like minute by minute like commentary about what's going on.
I was out. I don't watch them. Why am I wasting my time?
Like Stevie G.
You didn't watch
G's basically throwing his hat.
No, I haven't watched a full 90 minutes of Liverpool for like 2 months. I watched the highlights and I asked Ram.
You didn't even watch the game?
No. I just saw the highlights. I was like, okay, I get it.
I mean, he's like, always here at half time. Oh, how we doing? How we doing?
How we doing at half time? I get how we doing. I just message how we doing. That's it.
So because he knows he won't watch the game, so he lets us suckers just watch the game and just
100%.
Yeah, that's why he ain't mad.
But no, but
that's why he's not as mad as I am because he didn't have watched that 90 minutes.
But I'm
Jerry. No, 1 second. You're a fraud. Let me tell you something. This is how after the stream, just go watch the 90 minutes. Come back, you'll be madder than I am. I promise you.
Oh no. I will. No, I don't. I just need to look at accepted, but I'm not going to be. But I'm accepted it. You're still fighting something that there isn't to fight. I don't get it.
I'm fighting Baldy. I want him to go. That's all I want.
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to fight him, unfortunately, because the club are backing him. So it is what it is. We had a chance to go and do that, and this was back then. This was back when I saw the issues. No one wanted to see it. I told you about the stages of grief. I told you. I'm checked out now. I'm
Don't do this
alright.
again,
Guy.
please.
Look
Please
at this
don't do
guy. I
again.
told you all
Don't
this.
do
You didn't
this,
listen
please.
to me. I
He's gonna
told you all
the
this.
stages of grief. You're still at acceptance. Like, blah blah blah. What are we doing here? Like, it's just we're beyond grief.
Like I said, me, I'm just is what
I mean,
it is.
I need to stop watching then because I've now got a grey beard. So
Sam, just do what I do.
Yeah,
Bro.
Football is so trash and boring. Jerry doesn't even watch it.
Nah, but Hassam, just do what I do, bro.
I'm not watching
Hopes and dreams. Hopes and dreams are all we have left.
I'm not doing that. I look
Brother,
rejuvenated.
I'm 30
I
years
feel
old.
better.
I'm done
I don't
dreaming.
really care. It is
I'm
what it
really
is.
dreaming.
When you don't care, it's easy. When you don't care, it's fine.
Without hope, you're nothing.
Okay,
bro.
guys,
That's
can I
it.
just establish one thing to all of you guys over here? If we cannot attack Wolves, we really we suck even worse than we think.
Okay, and if we don't attack Wolves, the game after, are you going to say, I mean, if we can't win this game, then we suck? We said this 5 games ago against
just
whoever
suck.
we played.
We just suck. That's it.
I said it. You said the same thing against Forest.
Anyway.
No, Hassam said the same thing against Forest. If we go and lose to Forest, we are actually, this is it. We're finished. This is what you try. And you're doing it again.
But it's like ultra finished now, like next level.
How can you be finished? It's just finished, bro. We're just done. That's why I just
what are the odds of them winning?
bro,
genuinely.
Just do the hopium thing, bro.
I
do what
actually
I'm
wonder.
doing.
I don't know. I'm
Hopium.
not a betting man, of
What
course.
are the odds
I
of
don't know
them
what the
winning?
odds
Because
are.
they've only got 2 points.
They haven't won a
see.
game. They haven't won a game this season.
All
They've literally
season,
got-
by the way.
Oh my god, they're
All
gonna win, aren't
season.
they?
Sam, just do hopium,
Just to
bro.
establish
Oh,
something,
Convo
guys.
here.
They haven't won a game all season.
So gonna win.
Just hopium, bro. Like people
Now, if
like
we win the
Jerry's called me delusional because I want to
watch
see
this.
the way
No,
the
watch
Liverpool
this,
because we're never going to
guys.
see it.
Guess what?
Just do it,
I
bro.
swear to
Hopium
God,
is the
Jamie
best
Phillips
form.
telling you right
Best
now.
form.
All this positive Jamie is dead if we lose this game. Yeah, watch this. Watch this.
Wolves
Yeah?
are 12-1. They're 12-1, yeah.
Watch this. It gets worse. This is their injured players, right? Agbadu, international duty. Chirawa, international duty. Bueno, injured. Gomez, injured. Bentley, injured. Bellegarde, injured. Munetzi, injured. And the other Gomez is injured.
Well, Joao Gomez is injured.
So, the other 2 Gomez's are injured as well. So, basically, this is most likely going to be their lineup, yeah? Jose Sa.
to players to the African nations.
No,
as
one
well.
second. Jose Sa, Kiana Hoover, that used to play for us.
Oh,
Doherty, Bueno, Krejci, Muller Wolf, Gomez, Andre, Lopez, Strand Larson, and Huang. If we cannot destroy this team, brother, we cannot destroy.
Destroy? What Liverpool team are you watching? You
Hopes
just said
and dreams.
Liverpool team would lose. Hold on. This doesn't make any sense, right? So earlier on, Hassam says, and he makes the statement that Jordan will beat this Liverpool team.
100%
And
we
you-
would.
Exactly. And you think that what? It's a guarantee that Liverpool just blow Wolves out the water.
Yes.
Doesn't make any sense.
Anfield.
We haven't even got a team.
It's
All
an
our players are
Anfield-
injured up.
It's an Anfield that we have to play football at some point in time.
I
Like,
know.
this is-
I know it's been a
this
whorehouse
is
recently.
I don't know
but
how I've
still.
managed to depress myself even more. Like I'm
Blame
even more
JJ.
depressed. I
Blame
thought,
JJ.
I thought this was gonna be like therapeutic. There's not even therapy anymore. It's just like
I don't
Probably-
need the
probably
therapy.
working
The
with
sessions,
rivals
the
is better
sessions
at
have
this point.
finished. I don't need therapy. The therapy has finished. I've accepted what's going on in the life. I've accepted it. It is what it is. I'm not gonna. There's no point fighting it. Do you look at? Hold on. Do you look at these players and think a lot of them and think, right? Yeah. I can't wait to watch you next week. Like, yeah, you're a top player. Even Virgil van Dijk, I don't want to look at him.
Only
Opium
Ekitike.
is
I don't
the
wanna
best
look at him.
form. Opium is
Only
the best
Ekitike.
form.
He's
Okay.
missing. I'm seeing him miss the balls bouncing in the box, and he's missing the ball now. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm too old to
That's
be
the
watching.
guy.
I
Virgil.
watch that too often with the
that's
under
your
nines.
boy, by
I'm
the way.
watching.
That's your
No,
boy.
but exactly, and I watch the under nines do that where they miss the ball in the box and a team concedes, and you're like, oh my god, have you missed it? I haven't got time. I haven't got time for this.
Hey, Alisson, we've got
Nice.
Alisson,
Now we're
we've still got
comparing Van
Alisson.
Dijk to under
Alisson's still
9
there.
players.
Fresh air
He's-
clearances.
At least
It's
Alisson's
time
still
to
second.
go.
At
R.I.P.
least
Klopp.
Alisson's still there, Jerry.
Finished. We are getting battered soon. You can just feel it. I actually agree with this. I think we are more likely to get
Probably
battered
was,
at some
yeah.
point in time than this run continues.
Oh, we've got Arsenal in a week and a bit. In a week and a bit, just letting you know.
I think pride will stop us
Hopefully
from
win that.
getting destroyed against Arsenal. But the other games is, if we are the team that gave Wolverhampton Wanderers their first victory, I swear to God,
I could see us dropping points against Wolves, getting a draw or losing and beating Arsenal. That's just such a Liverpool thing right now.
Well,
yeah,
JJ, quick
beating
question.
Arsenal with what creativity?
Huh?
Quick
I don't
question,
know.
JJ.
We probably
Obviously,
scored the
Yeah.
only set piece.
we're playing Marseille. We're playing Marseille, yeah. I know
Yeah,
you're
we
a
get
big fan
Deservy.
of Deservy, yeah.
We get popped.
Jerry's gonna be on that wee
popped.
energy.
He's
you get
definitely
me?
watching that game, bro.
I'll definitely watch that game. I'll definitely watch
He'll
it.
be like,
Yeah, we're
Messi
gonna get
beaucoup,
hammered.
Marseille. Messi beaucoup, Messi beaucoup.
Yeah, Messi beaucoup. That's it. No, but that's what Liverpool do. Liverpool will go and drop points to Wolves, and then you play the Arsenal game and be like, "Rah, what a performance from Liverpool defensively! Won the game 2-1. What a game!" And that's what it will
At
be.
the Emirates.
Probably.
Yeah, watch.
Probably.
Watch.
Yeah, JJ, I think you're in that hopium stage, bro. What are you doing?
No, it's
here?
not hopium. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised. Would you be sit there be like, I can't. No, I wouldn't.
I will.
I would be shocked to fuck if we beat
At
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
I
At
wouldn't.
Arsenal, at the
What
Emirates.
game?
Yes,
Big
I
game.
would.
Arsenal that always turns up at the Emirates against us.
No. They would always turn up. I'm not debating that, but you'll get the best Liverpool. That we've seen it this season. We've seen it.
What happened
Well,
last
yeah,
season?
Every time we
Why
faced
are
a big
Arsenal
team,
good?
every time Inter Milan, Arsenal before, this obviously United was rubbish, right?
Real
But
Madrid.
every
It
single
doesn't
time
always
Atletico
apply.
Madrid, I know
City, Chelsea.
Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid. Every single time I said, you know what, Liverpool are going to
Anfield.
get washed here. Yeah, what did Liverpool go and turn up and do? They
That
got
was at
results.
Anfield.
So
They're playing at the Emirates, and don't
City,
use the Inter Milan.
Chelsea,
Don't use
no.
the Inter
Yeah, they're
Milan
not
game
playing
because
great though, Graham.
I cussed
They're not playing great
Mo out
lately.
because his team was dog poo that game. It was so dead. I cussed him out. So don't use that Inter Milan game as a reason. Yeah, we have never in the last couple times we went to the Emirates. We haven't played well. Last season we didn't play well at all. I think only a couple players performed to the level. Only a couple. If you're telling me,
You
we
know,
could
the
go
last time
there.
I think we played well at the Emirates was the RIP Jota game.
No, it wasn't that. It was
Thiago.
He cupped the ears to the fans, and then Firmino scored after that.
Yeah, that's the Jota game. Jota
Yeah.
used to score all the time against Arsenal as well. RIP. Jamie, we have become a sport of meaningless stats. Yeah, I think XG just shows us like basically who created the more dangerous chances, and then you break it down. Big up to you, Jerry.
Good
guys,
Christmas,
big up, big up.
Big up.
Have a good one, mate.
I don't just look at XG by itself. I look at it more of a prism of what's actually going on at the football club more than anything else, really. Like the fact that Spurs had more big chances, by the way, as well. Do you know that Liverpool had 0 big chances against Spurs?
Yeah,
You
but
know
who
this,
won the
right?
game?
Say that again.
Yeah, but that's not the question. The question
Yeah,
is
no,
not who
yeah,
won
but at the end of I'm going to play
Gotta go
devil's
as well,
advocate
man.
here.
All the best for
Devil's-
Christmas and New Year, all right?
Have a
Yeah,
good
man.
Christmas, man.
You
Big
lot
up,
on
big
the
up,
chat,
big
all
up.
right? See you later.
Hang on, didn't Verts get an assist?
I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Yeah,
Big chances don't matter if you win games of football.
literally. And by the way, yeah, the big chances created.
You could just use that as well. I mean,
How
I
does-
don't care because I want the gun gone. But I apologise, monetisation. I want the prick gone. So it's it's just
You
I
just said
mean.
the see you next Tuesday's thing. bro.
Yeah,
What
I
are we
went
doing?
quick. I went
Nice
quick.
Nice.
They barely heard it. They barely.
Nice
heard
one, Jerry. Nice one, Jamie. Nice one.
it. They barely
Big
heard
up dubs in the chat for my guy Ice-T who drops in the 20p. Thanks so much, Ice-T. He says, I have seen some fans actually start to turn the way they waffled and defended the performance after Inter when the sides were there that we got lucky. Now after the Spurs game, they're starting to be completely different. You don't know what's the funniest thing, Ice-T? I had people in my comment section go like, even though we won today, I've turned after the victory. I've never seen, through 4 years of creating content, I have never ever lived through a time where fans are so pissed off after a win they want the manager up. But that's how bad that performance was. And I'm wondering why Jerry was fighting it a little bit. He didn't even watch the game. If Jerry was spent 90 minutes wasting his time watching that bullshit, I promise you, this guy would have been saying even worse shit than I am. It's just the fact that he didn't see the 90 minutes. Imagine sitting there 90 minutes and having to watch
Well,
that
Sam,
shit.
like you said, he's at the acceptance stage now. He's accepted all this stuff. He ain't gonna fight.
I
He
mean,
ain't
we
gonna
all
fight.
accept it, but like, all I'm saying is, can we attack Wolves? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything mad. Can we just attack
ain't got a
Wolverhampton Wanderers?
We have got
It would be
a lot
nice.
of players missing, man. A lot of players.
Yeah,
Are they
Wolves have a lot of
starters like
players
that?
missing.
Are they starters?
I
When I
think we
heard
only
when I
got
heard
9
Hassam
players.
when I heard Hassam say Gomez, I was like, no way is Joao Gomez not in the team. And then he told me Joao Gomez is in the team. So
Yeah, but he's crapping away.
It's the other two Gomez's that aren't playing,
yeah, the
and our
Gomez is
Gomez too.
the Gomez is that I wouldn't care. The one Gomez that I cared that is on the pitch, he's still playing, bro.
Oh wow, look at this guy scared of Joao Gomez. You know, a year ago you weren't even scared of like Vitinha before we played them. Now you're scared of Joao Gomez.
No, because of how bad our team is, bro.
So we went from, oh my god, my name is Ram, I'm confident we can beat PSG. Now it's like,
yeah, because I saw my team get absolutely slapped by PSG at the Parc des Princes, and we still end up winning the game, bro. How does that happen, bro? How does that happen?
Yeah, but even my reaction was different because it's like a knockout stage and you've got to win and blah blah blah. Now it's a different thing.
By the way, I still
win unconvincingly, yes. Like it's subscribe.
Don't do that, Sam.
Yes,
I still put respect on PSG. I'll probably put the most respect to PSG out of anybody in the country.
Yeah, I don't want to face PSG at all. I don't.
I think we beat PSG right now.
By losing Hakimi though, that's a big one. That's a big miss.
Liverpool are weird, man. Only Liverpool can win. If you look at our European record of the teams we beat and the teams we don't beat in the Premier League, it's mental.
What do you mean?
Mental. Well, beating both Madrids this season, beating Inter Milan this season, and we can't, and then we struggle against a Tottenham with 9 men, and it's weird. It's weird. Football's weird, man. Shows me Europe's dead. That's all it shows me. Shows me that Europe's dead.
Maybe if we were in the Europa League, we'd have a chance. Not Premier League.
Have some shame.
I think we, as I said,
Atalanta.
Like I said last week, we'll win our next 4 games.
So he said Europa.
Jerry's so spot on again. Last year, I used to set up with my son to watch the game. I have not watched.
See, I can't not watch Liverpool, no matter how bad we are. I have to watch us.
It's just like a toxic relationship, isn't it? You know when you love something, you love someone.
You just gotta watch it, man.
It's just the red tinting glasses. You just can't take them off, bro.
I wake up excited on match days, even now. It's like match day. I get all pumped up for it. I get my tradition on, go to the shops, get my drinks. I always do.
All of us, and obviously the people in the panel, barring JJ, we've sold our soul to Liverpool Football Club.
I have to watch Liverpool, man.
Hassan is the worst, obviously. Yeah.
I love to suffer, man.
Are you frozen, Hassan?
No, I'm not. I'm just letting Jamie speak. It's called respecting your guests. I know you don't do YouTube, so. Yeah. Big up to Tampa Lion says, come on, hit the like, people, and subscribe to the guest channels. Yes, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'm going to be back later tonight for Arsenal Palace. Appreciate you all. Liverpool Chats TV in the description. The Jerry James Show in the description. The Ram Stand, K-Mac channel all in the description. Senegal just scored lucky goal against Botswana.
Oh, and by the way, how are Liverpool doing without Salah? It's like there's no difference, is there? Big up Jamie Carragher. Oh, big up Mo. Oh my word.
Love you all. Thank you guys.
Oh my God. 41%.
I appreciate every single one of you guys. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't ever forget to get me the truth.
These are thoughts of Sam alone.
These are the thoughts of Ram. He sent me this picture before the stream. Appreciate you all.
Why is Cody going Bowie?
Because he cuts in and shoots. See you guys later, bro.